Hello everyone, this is my first video in YouTube, and in this video I'm going to show you that how we can add the external APIs for the webhook in dialogflow. What does that mean? It means like how can we add the external call while creating our own custom commands for Google Assistant and Google Home. Didn't get it right? Okay, let's see by doing the practical out there. So, like suppose we will navigate to Dialogflow official website, that is dialogflow.com. Okay, so I will do a sign in here. Let's try to make it quite. I don't want this particular account, I want to log in with the other account right now. So I'll go to console, it will ask me for sign in. So it is already signed in, I don't know why. Okay, sign in with Google, forwarding, this is signed in. I'll choose my account, preferred account with I want to sign in. So I'll give my password and I'll do sign in here. So here we have default fallback intent and default welcome intent, and there is one agent that has already been created. So I want to show you from very beginning. So what I'll do, I'll go to the danger zone, I'll delete this particular agent, as it is telling that I delete here, and click the delete button. So I'll type delete and then I'll click on delete button in order to delete this particular agent. So as my agent is being deleted, it is asking me to create the agent. So I'll click on the create agent. It is asking me to give a agent name. So we need to give the agent name here. So we can give any name. Like suppose we gave happy birthday Sora. Okay, happy birthday Sora. So we have this as our agent name, and I'll create the agent here. As we will create our agent, it is going to redirect me back, and there will be several links that is going to get active. You will see it soon. I think that my internet has been slow, that is the reason why you are unable to see. Yeah, so as soon as it has created the agent, several links became active here. So we don't have to see every link, we have to see just intents, and for now we will see the fulfillment and we will see the integration. Maybe in future I'm going to give you the ideas about the every link that is present here, but right now I'm going to give you idea about the intents, fulfillment and integration. So we can see that two default intents were created. This is for our example purpose, and while launching the application, it is calling the default welcome intent. So what we will do, we will create our own intent in order to show you this. So what I'll do, I'll click on the create intent. It is asking me for intent name here. So I'll give an intent name, preferred intent name, like call friend intent. So we have given the name as call friend intent. Okay, so you can give the spaces also, like call friend intent, it is accepting the white space as well, but for following the convention we have added something like this. So we can add the training phrases there. So we will add the training phrases, like I'll say call my friend. What is this training phrases. Training phrases is what you are going to say in order to identify this particular intent. It means you will say call my friend, and it is going to fire this particular intent that is present within it. It means call friend intent. So I'm going to type enter, and then what you're going to say, like you are going to say show my friend, and so you have two different show my friend and call my friend, and you have an intent named call friend intent. So we are done, and you can add the responses here, like suppose in future I'm going to give you everything about to add parameter and actions, and as I have limited time, I have decided to complete my first video within 20 minutes. So I'm not going through each and every thing that is present here. So soon in future video I'm going to tell you everything about add parameters and actions, what is this knowledge, what is this entities, what is this analytics, history, training, and everything. So, but right now my main focus is just on adding the external APIs in fulfillment in order to add the custom skills in Google Assistant or Google Home, and I'm going to test the entire thing in the simulator. So we have show my friend and call my friend as the training phrases. Based on training phrases, it is going to identify the calling intent, that is call friend intent. So here we will give the text response. So I'll say happy birthday Saurabh, let me call your friends for party. Okay, so you have happy birthday Saurabh, let me call your friends for party. So we have added this. Now what I want right now the text response will be sent from the graphical user interface. There is no API involved till now. So I'm going to click on save. So it's saved the entire training phrases and what will be the response from the simulator and what is my intent name and everything. So I'm just going to copy one of my training phrases in order to make the are you sure you want to navigate away from this page without savings? I just save it, but I'm again clicking on the save. So now I'm clicking on the intents. So we have three intent here: default welcome intent, default fallback intent, and call friend intent. Now I'll navigate to integration section in order to test. So I'll click on this. We can see that there is explicit invocation. Explicit invocation is the invocation that will be called while launching the application. It means like when one say okay Google, talk to personal safe, or I will show you that where this is also configured within the same video. It means in this video only I'm going to show you that where you can configure this okay Google, talk to personal safe and all. It means as I will click on test. Yeah, so as so this is our simulator. We can see that here it is talk to my test app. So you this is the invocation. It means like our application is going to invoke. It means once you will say talk to my test app to Google Home or Google Assistant, then it is going to identify your app. It means it is going to identify your application. So where this is being configured, it means I want to change it. Talk to, this is common. Talk to is common because talk to is based on the Google, and my test app, you can configure this my test app in the develop section. As I've told you that in this video only I'm going to show you that how can you change that my test app name. So you can type here Mr. Saurabh instead. Okay, Mr. Saurabh, you can adjust the name of you can change the voice. It means you can go to female to male one, male to, I prefer female one. So I'm going to click on save. So it is saying could not reserve your pronunciation, Mr. Saurabh. Your display name pronunciation is already reserved by another action. It means this is already been reserved. So I'll say Mr. anything like gentleman. Okay, I don't know that there is a space or not. Gentleman. So Mr. Gentleman, and I'm going to click on save. So this one is not reserved. That is why it means like invocation detail is already saved right now. Now we will go to save taste, and we can see that talk to Mr. Gentleman has been made activated. So your skill will be invoked when it means like your entire skill will be loaded when you will say talk to Mr. Gentleman. So once you click on this,
sure, getting the test version of Mr. Gentleman. Hi, how are you doing?
What is this hi, how are you doing? I don't know. Let me show you. It is going to invoke default welcome intent. So we will navigate to intent section, and we will navigate to default welcome intent in order to check that from where this hi, how are you doing has been called. So we can see that here it has been called hi, how are you doing. So we'll use this hi, how are you doing, and it is totally random. It means like it can select any of them. Like suppose if we will say cancel right now, and again we will say talk to Mr. Gentleman.
Sure, here's the test version of Mr. Gentleman.
It has changed the response. What can I do for you today?
Good day. What can I do for you today?
Yeah. So you can say good day. What can I do for you today? Now we have, and we will navigate to entities, and we will navigate to intents, and we will navigate to CallMyFriend intents. Now how this particular intent is being identified. So based on, like as I have told you that in order to fire this intent, I'll copy this show my friend. It means like once we will go there and we will type show my friend, and we will click on this.
Happy birthday, Saurav. Let me call your friends for party.
So we have happy birthday Saurav, let me call your friend for party. So right now this one is coming directly from here. Okay, it means like we have no APIs that is being involved, no fulfillment that is being involved. So what I'll do, I will attach a particular fulfillment here. I'll delete the text response from it. Okay, we don't want the text response, and I'll enable the webhook call for this intent, and I'll click on save. Okay, I have enabled the webhook call for this intent, and I have clicked on save. So our intent has been saved here. Now what I'll do, I'll navigate to fulfillment section. In fulfillment comes with the two different options, like you can add the external API. You can add the external API, like here you can provide the URL, you can provide the basic authentication, you can provide the headers. We will do this one, but before that I'll show you this inline editor as well. So I'm disabling the same, and I'm enabling this one in order to use the. So we have this dialogflow editor, bit small, yeah. So what I'll do, here is the function welcome agent.add, welcome to my agent, welcome to my agent. Here this one is the function that has been used. So we'll click on the deploy. We have clicked on the deploy. Now we have agent dot add welcome to my agent. So what I'll do, this one is deploying right now. Deploying may take few moment. As soon as it will get deployed, it is going to show me the particular timestamp and everything out there. So it is taking some time in order to deploy. So it's the first time deployment. So it's taking more time to fill, man. Okay, till then it means while it is getting deployed, while it is deploying, I'm going to show you that I'll use the ngdoc URL in order to show, because this expect the HTTPS. So it has successfully deployed right now. So let me show you. So here it is, Mr. Gentleman. I'm cancelling it. I'm going to reload everything here again. Okay. So we have our simulator right now. Then we'll talk to Mr. Gentleman. We'll click on talk to Mr.
Alright,
Gentleman.
let's get the test version of Mr. Gentleman. Hello, how can I help you?
Okay, this is telling, hello, how can I help you? Right now we can see that we have enabled the webhook request default welcome intent. We'll navigate to default welcome intent. We will see that for which we have enabled the webhook request. We will see that not for this one, we have enabled our webhook request for other one. It means like we have enabled our webhook request for CallFriend intent. So we have CallFriend intent. So we have CallFriend intent, in which we can see that we have enabled our webhook for this particular intent. So right now it is we have to add this function. We have to add this function in the fulfillment inline editor. Otherwise it is not going to work. So we'll add the particular function in the fulfillment right now in front of you. Click on the fulfillment, so it is going to load the inline editor from here. So it will load the inline editor. So right now what I'll do, I'll create a function and I'll call that particular function as CallMyFriend. Okay, and I'll pass the agent as a parameter. So we will call agent dot add. So we will say hello Sora. Okay, happy birthday, I am calling your friend. Okay, I have created a function that is call my friend, and I have passed the agent as parameter, and we can see that this agent is where this agent is coming from. This agent is coming from the webhook that is being coming from the Firebase functions HTTP on request. So I'll add the another tutorial for this. It means like I'll add the another tutorial for Firebase, and I think that I'll not be able to complete the webhook in the given time for today. So I'll pass it to another video. In this video I'm going to show you the inline editor section. So we'll have here we will type intent map dot set, and then we'll pass the intent name here, like what was the intent name that we were using here. So like it was call my friend, I think call my friend, I think it was call my friend, and I think that I'll have to check without saving. No, okay, I think that this one call my friend, and we'll put a comma, we'll say call my friend function, and we need to know the intent name, and I think that I should have copied the intent name from there itself. So we have call friend intent, so I'll copy this call friend intent. I'll copy this call friend intent, and I'll navigate to fulfillment section. That unsaved work. So right now what I'll do, I'll write it first, intent map dot set, and then I'll write this, and I'll write the name as call app call friend. Then I'll copy this call friend, and I'll create a function call friend, and then I'll add the agent, and then I'll add agent dot add, and then I'll write the name that happy birthday Saurabh, happy birthday Saurabh, let me call your friend. Okay, and so we have written our function here, so I'll deploy it. As soon as it is getting deployed, again it will take some time to deploy. So okay, this one has been deployed right now. So we'll navigate to actions on Google. So now let us reload our application. navigate to intent section, as we have already deployed our intents in the fulfillment. So we will navigate to actions on Google. We will say talk to Mr. Gentleman.
Alright, let's get the test version of Mr. Gentleman.
So
Good day. What can I do for you today?
we'll click on this in order to, I'll say, call my friend.
Happy birthday, Saurav. Let me call your friend.
So happy birthday Saurabh, let me call you friend. But we didn't set the responser. We see that we have enabled our webhook, and we have added the fulfillments here, like in the inline editor, in order to make it work. It means we have added the fulfillment, we have added the code there. So, and we have deployed the code, and we have written in the entire thing within the this function, that is CallMyFriend agent.add happy birthday Saurabh, let me call you friend. Now in the next video I'll show you how to call the external API within the webhook. It means we will not use this, but we will use this webhook integration. It means in webhook integration, when we are going to enable it, we can see that we have to provide the URL, and this is getting disabled because you can enable one of these two at a time. Then you have to provide the basic auths, then you have to provide the headers. These all are not compulsory, but the URL is compulsory. Whatever URL you are going to provide, it is going to hit that particular URL. I'll see that what I missed in this section, and I'll try to cover it in the next video. And in future, it means like after completing this dialogflow section, I'm thinking of uploading a 15 minutes video, 15 minutes of lectures for express.js. It means like I'll cover the entire sections in the express.js, like in express.js I'll cover the most common dependencies in node modules, that is like that is multer, or I'll cover the body parser, cookie parser, session management in Express, and creating the APIs in Express using the middlewares and using the views. Like I'll choose handlebars for this, and using the socket.io. It means like how can we use the socket.io within Express, and so on. It means like I'll upload a 15 minutes videos for like 3 months for covering the entire Express section, whatever I know, and I'll try to use it as much as possible. With Express, I'll use the database as MongoDB, and I'll use the dependencies as Mongoose. So this ends my first video, and this was the introductory video. See you in the next video that I'll release soon as I get the time. So thank you guys, thank you so much.